While we're on the subject, well, let's see who's behind Freemasonry. This book called The Relationship of Mormonism and Freemasonry was written by President Anthony Ivins in the first presidency of the LDS Church. As we open the page, this book is signed January 1936, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, to an elder on his mission. And as you see here, it's signed by Heber J. Grant, J. Reuben Clark, and David O. McKay. This is the apostle of the LDS Church who wrote the book. And over here it says A Relationship of Mormonism and Freemasonry. The book was copyrighted in 1934. And it's printed in the USA by the Deseret News Printing Press. This book is heavily researched about the history of Freemasonry, and these are the sources of where they got their information. It says the history of Freemasonry, and it goes on. They also got their information, the morals and dogma of the accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, published by the authority of the Supreme Council of the 33rd degree for the Southern Jurisdiction United States. Also, the book has the history of Grand Lodge of Iowa, and also the history of the Grand Lodge of Illinois, ancient free and accepted Masonry. So you notice that this book is very heavily researched. As you see on page 16, it talks about the history of Freemasonry, and on page 17, this is what it says the roots of Freemasonry comes from. Freemasonry had its origins with the Knights Templar. Between the date of its inception at Jerusalem, 1118-1314, the Order of the Knights Templars had become a powerful and wealthy organization. They recognized allegiance to no power above the church, of which the Pope was the recognized head. So right here we see that the origins came from the Freemasonry, came from the Knights Templar, which their allegiance was the Pope. So Masonry comes down from the Pope.